So the BBC doctored a Donald Trump speech by making him appear to encourage the Capitol Hill riots. I'm going to play you there 10 seconds of what the Panorama programme played on the BBC, and then I'm going to play you 10 seconds of what Donald Trump actually said. Watch this, people. This is shocking. This is the BBC, for God's sake.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
Zia Yusuf, you appear regularly as probably one of the only sane voices on the BBC Question Time programme. Aren't you going to be questioning yourself on the round, being on a station that can literally doctor the truth? That worries me immensely, that today. Truthfully,
yeah,
that worries
absolutely
me.
Shocking. It is absolutely shocking. And I don't say this with any joy, because I grew up loving shows like The Office. And, you know, the BBC does have, you travel around the world, it does have this incredible reputation built over decades that is now, sadly, being torched by things like this. And here's the crazy thing. You know, you look at that clip. You know, obviously, if any station, even if talk, you know, you're trying to take a speech and you're going to edit it, of course, you're going to edit it a bit. Do you know how many minutes elapsed between the first part of what he said and the second part, you know, the fight like hell versus the first part? 52 minutes.
Yeah.
He used the words fight like hell 50. That's barely even the same speech. You're basically taking two things that some person said at some point in their lives
Our
and
state
splicing them together.
broadcasters here, our unbiased state broadcaster, rubbish. Dreadful.
And all to fit a narrative, right? Because they despise President Trump. And again, whether you love Trump or you're indifferent or you despise him, the reality is we should demand far better from a broadcaster, by the way, that people are compelled to pay for. It would be one thing for a broadcaster to do that with you know, as a completely private enterprise, to do that and persecute people who basically conscientiously object and say, I don't want to pay for the BBC, is quite another. They have such a monopoly still on too much, I think, of the public space. And I'm shocked that they haven't actually apologized.